Okay, so we've received a number of inquiries concerning how or what process is used to do your own stencils. Now normally you would have a stencil on the machine and you could use tracing paper, which you can get at any art shop, and trace the pattern. In this case, this machine was painted with house paint. The pattern had long gone, so there was no pattern. So we were able to find stuff off the internet, and people were able to help us out, and a pattern had to be drawn. Now Graham fortunately has skills with art, which I certainly don't. So what you do, you lay this application tape down. Now application tape, you'll just see the edge of it there. It's a low-tack tape. This is it here. It's from a place in Germany. We didn't buy it in Germany, we bought it locally. It's called Orifol. Now I'm sure there are other tapes around. That tape cost us roughly 60 odd Australian dollars for a roll. There's quite a lot on it. That's going to last a fairly long time. Yeah, we think you'll get about 8 machines out of it. So once that tape is applied, then all the measurements are taken. So what he's done is that line here is the centre, and then all the rest are tracings, other pencil lines we've drawn. So we even made a couple of errors there. We just crossed them out. Now when this is complete, this side will be traced, and we'll be able to turn that over and apply that to the other side. Now once we start cutting it, we'll add to the video to show you what we do, but you can see the different colours. The same was done here on that pattern was drawn freehand. Okay, if you're any good with art, you can probably do it. The only mistake we probably made is that, you know, these lines here obviously aren't factory original, but look, you know, if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. So that's part of the process of doing this. It's very, 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 very time consuming. On the cabinet itself, it probably took roughly 2.5 hours a side. That included cutting it out, tracing it, and then doing the other side. So it's well worth the effort, there's no doubt about that. But yes, it is a hell of a lot of work. So that's what you've got to do. This machine has only a black insert painting there on the neck and nothing on the front door. Well, not that we could find anyway, but no, it's not. It doesn't appear to be. So this is giving you an insight into it. We'll carry this on and show you what we do in the end. Okay, the next process is, now it's all stenciled and we're ready to paint, is you have to cut along the traced lines. So here we're just using an X-Acto knife to cut this out. Obviously you've got to be very careful. Down we go with another one. This is a big one. And then you just peel that away. So once you peel it away, you can then apply the paint. Now of late we've been using Dulux brand paint. I think that'd be available here in Australia and the UK. I'm not sure about the USA. It may be, but I'm sure you have quality paints over there. We also used the brand Rust-Oleum a few times, which is definitely available in the USA. So this takes a little while. It's rather painstaking, so we'll show you where we get up to. Okay, we're almost ready to to lift where we've cut. Now, just to let you know as well, obviously when you're using the knife to cut out, the knife is going to go slightly into the wood. There's no two ways about that. But if you just use lightly on the X-Acto knife, the paint will fill it up. So here's one we've done. It's coming off now. Now remember, that's the application tape. Here's another one. That's come off quite cleanly.
We're doing the red first.
So because we're going to do the colour red, we're doing the areas that are red.
Very
there we go.
You can just tidy up the little bits around the edge there.
Yep, so we just do any tidying up we've got to do with the X-Acto knife there.
And
away we're just about ready to paint.
Another trick, you just get the masking tape. Because we've already cut these ones, we just cover up the line with the masking tape, and so none of the red goes in where the yellow is.
So did everyone hear that? Where we've already cut.
Because yellow is a lighter colour, and you'll see the red, if any overspray goes into where the cut was.
Yeah, so we don't want any overspray to go down through where we use the X-Acto knife to cut, so we're just covering that up with masking tape. Makes pretty perfect sense to me. Alright, some paper's just been put down the side there so we don't get any overspray down in there. And now what happens is a very light dust coat is applied.
Just run your finger around the edge in case you get any masking tape lifting.
Okay, so let's get ready for the dust coat. We like to do that as we find that it helps the next coat stick a little bit better. Just let it dry for a minute. Probably go away, have a cup of coffee, come back, and we'll be ready for the next coat. There's no rush when you do this stuff. So there, that's done. That's the dust coat done.
Come back locked in Dulux, so we use that.
Oh, okay, there you go. We mentioned the paints we used earlier. We said Dulux, but we've got Rust-Oleum for the red, and we've got Dulux for the yellow. So we're happy now that the dust coat's dry, so we'll just apply the second coat. So it's quite simple. Won't bore you too much with this, but that's literally what you do. Now when we've finished this side, we'll be able to do the yellow, but that probably won't be till tomorrow. So that's it. That's what you do. Happy days. This has been another Goat Shed presentation.